Gather around. It's time for the show to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, this is...
Hey everyone, my name is Jason.
Hi friends, it's Desiree Josen.
All right, there were so many matches this year that were just too much.
So this won't be a shocker because we've had a handful of really awesome matches that we just can't stop talking about.
How many times have these guys fought? Like it's been quite a bit.
I've been saying this all year. They're just so great to watch. We saw the heel turn coming, and then when it happened, nice and bloody, both dramatic and beautiful.
You are now entering the ring with Shoots and Ladders podcast. Here are your hosts, Desiree and Jason.
Shoots and Ladders Clash in Italy review. What's going on, everyone? My name is Jason.
Hi friends, it's Desiree Josen.
WWE made history this weekend as Clash in Italy took over Turin. Championships were on the line, rivalries reached a boiling point, and some of the biggest names in wrestling battle for supremacy. Des, what are your initial thoughts?
Well, you know what? It is their first PLE in Italy, and that crowd did not disappoint. They took full advantage of what they were watching, and I think that added to the matches.
100%. That's actually my hot take. I think by far, you could argue this was the crowd of the year. Hats off to everyone in Italy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Wow, we're starting off big. Undisputed WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes versus Gunther. This had an interesting finish. What are your thoughts and what's your grade?
I didn't hate it, but was it me? But was it really quick? It was what, not even 10, 11 minutes, and what happened in that short amount of time wasn't terrible. It was a good way to kick off the PLE and for ESPN watchers to maybe buy into the remainder of the event. But that finisher was, it was questionable. And as much as we predicted it, or at least what I remember, I predicted Cody to win. I don't know. It was expected, but it wasn't terrible. Is this going to open up the feud longer and say, hey, you know what? It wasn't a real pin, so I get a rematch at SummerSlam or maybe something else? I don't know. So, it's just very up in the air. It just didn't do it for me, I'm going to be honest. It was okay, but not the best thing. So I'll give it like a B.
Yeah, B's a fair grade. To be honest, I think the crowd really carried the match. I'm kind of with you. I think the whole point was just to set up another match. But yeah, it wasn't terrible. It is interesting that they kind of let off with it, but I get it. They wanted to attract ESPN viewers, but yeah, I think B's fair.
Yeah.
All right, now another World Title Championship. We have Rhea versus Jade Cargill, another World Title match, and our girl won. Des, what impressed you the most?
Just how good Rhea is. They love her, and she's also Italian, so that's always, great for the Italians to cheer her on. But Jade, she really fought for it, and I think they have good chemistry. I think they work really well together, and they put up a fight where I was getting mad and standing up saying, what is going on right now? Rhea, take control. And then, of course, Michin and B-Fab come out and cause some trouble, but luckily Miss Charlotte Flair woos herself through the audience and comes in and helps her new friend Rhea, which is always great to see. So that made me feel so much better because I'm like, Charlotte can handle them. And then, of course, our girl gets the win. But with that being said, with Charlotte being involved, is this going to open the door for Jade and Charlotte? I hope so. So, you know what? The match wasn't terrible. It was fun, entertaining, physical, and my girl won. So I'll give it like a B+.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to be nice. I'm going to give it A-. I thought that was the spot of the night with Charlotte coming out. And to be honest, I thought of you the entire time. I was like, look, you called setting up that feud and rivalry. I think it's going to happen. I think it needs to happen. So I think it's great. And listen, these are two fit girls. That's one of the things that, not that I didn't notice it before. My gosh. Jade has an 8-pack. And Rhea shredded, so hats off to both of them. So, but yeah, fun match. Hopefully the feud kind of switches over, but I'm going to give it an A-. I actually liked it, and I love the crowd.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of the crowd being hot, we have Brock Lesnar versus Oba Femi. Des, did Oba leave Italy looking like the next mega star regardless of the result, or did Brock remind everyone why he's still the ultimate attraction?
You know what? It's 100% Oba is definitely Ova. So, did you hear the crowd when Oba came out? It was insane. It was like shaking the cameras. And that just tells you what kind of star he is. He is internationally loved. So he is just skyrocketing up to the top. So he didn't need this win. We know Brock didn't need this win, but Brock came out hot. Going 5 F5s in a row, slamming him, and I got kind of worried because I was like, is this going to be like a squash match where he's going to be done in a minute? I was like, no, Oba deserves better than this. Brock, you're better than this too. And luckily it was a lot longer. It kept me on my toes. Two big guys going at it, knowing that these are the only two guys that can really be a true match to each other. The ending, we already knew Brock was going to most likely pull out this win. So I'm assuming we're going to do best 2 out of 3 at SummerSlam. I'm assuming so. You know what? I'm going to be there. So if they want to do it, okay. So, again, wasn't terrible. I'll give it another B+.
Yeah, I think B+ is a good grade. I was actually scared just like you because it definitely was looking like a squash. And I was like, oh, they've done that so many times. Don't do that to Oba. There's so much momentum. I'm glad they didn't, just like you said. I think it's kind of cool that they have the 1-1. I mean, listen, there's a lot of different directions they can take. Does Brock challenge Roman and then somehow win the title and maybe lose it to Oba? I mean, I don't know if they're going to go that route, but maybe they'll have that rematch, but it's in Brock's hometown. Are they going to have him lose in Minnesota, especially... with the Vikings play? I don't know. Well, you'll be there, so I'm sure you'll see it firsthand. I'm sure you're going to have a lot of fun watching those two guys go at it again. Yeah, B+ is a great grade. And again, the crowd, I'm giving the crowd an A.
Yeah.
All right, now let's talk about a match that we were very excited with the result. The women's IC strap, Becky Lynch versus Sol Ruca. Did Sol Ruca prove that she's already elite by winning this title?
You did a damn good job. I'm proud of her. I know there are some haters out there that are like, no, why is she winning so quickly? Hey, it's okay. You got to remember these IC title, it's for the newer people, mid-carders. It's not the grand belt. So calm down. So, she did. We'll see what she can do with it, okay? Give her a shot. And also, too, props to Becky for putting over a brand new person that came onto the roster. They don't have to do that kind of thing. And, she did it with Lyra. Now she's doing it with Sol. So, as much as people can say what they want about Becky, I like her. She's got a smart mouth, and she can back it up. And she helps out the new talent, so it's business. So it is what it is. They put on a damn good show. And, Jessica is really asking for a triple threat match with them three. Okay, so it was fun. And I know you were so excited that your girl won. So I'll give it, for the fun surprise and the title change, A-.
All right, I'm going A. I loved it. I loved every second of it. And listen, I don't care about the haters. Listen, catapult this woman to the top. I really hope she headlines Mania. She can do it. I mean, my gosh, the Soul Snatcher is one of the most intense moves I've ever seen. The men can't do it. So, out of all these years of pro wrestling, Soul just kind of took the soul out of everybody and just said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do this risky move, but it works every single time. I was so happy. I loved it. She's arguably my favorite female superstar, maybe one of my favorite wrestlers in WWE right now. I think she's amazing. So I'm giving this an A, and I loved every second of it.
You are glowing.
Absolutely. And you know what? It's funny. You said it. Look, Becky doesn't need the strap. We said this many episodes. She really doesn't. So why not give it to someone, a younger girl? It's just like we've been saying before, and it's totally deserved. Hats off to Becky for doing the right thing.
Yeah.
All right, now let's talk about the tribal combat. Roman versus Fatu. We kind of thought that the result was going to be this way. After this tribal combat war, what are your thoughts on the aftermath?
I knew deep down inside Roman is not going to lose anything because, he's Roman Reigns. So, or they're going to just prolong it. But, I just really was pushing for Jacob. I really wanted it, and I felt like it was right this time. And there were some times where he was so aggressive, and I was like, beat the hell out of Roman, and I'm like, I think you got it. I think he has it. And right when he'll go in for a spear or something, there was a counter, and I tell you, Jacob really is just showing how strong he is in the ring, even with an injury, because we were nervous that he got injured during one of the house shows, and we're like, we don't even know if he's actually going to be able to perform. But I'm glad he was there. I'm glad he was able to do what he could. But man, I'm just disappointed. I know it'll be fine. He'll get it eventually. But as soon as when he got the pin, I just had like this wave of defeat where I was just like, okay. So it was a good match, though. It was very good, entertaining, kept me on my toes. So I'll give it an A.
Okay, cool. I don't give it a B. I kind of was hoping for Fatu to win. I mean, I listen, we kind of said this many, many times. When WWE really likes someone, they're just going to push them to the top, and there's no one stopping them. But we kind of expected it. It's all good. And, I'm kind of curious to see who his next opponent's going to be.
Yeah.
All right, Des, let's play this quick game of fast count for a fun PLE.
Okay.
One word to describe Clash in Italy.
Let's go with intense.
Perfect. All right, match of the night.
You know what? Just because it surprised me, I was gonna favor Roman and Jacob, but because your girl won, we will go with Becky versus Saul.
Love it. All right, most surprising moment.
I'm gonna go with, Soul winning. That I was really on the edge of thinking that she may not get it. So yes, her winning.
Love it again. Who gained the most momentum after Clash in Italy?
Am I gonna be on the Soul train right now? Because the girl is on fire right now. She won a title. Yeah, let's go with Soul. I'm excited to see what her future looks like.
See, I love it 3 times in a row. All right. Who lost the most momentum?
Man, I don't feel like anyone really lost anything. You know what? I'm actually going to go with Cody. I'm feeling a little Cody fatigue.
Fair enough. What's the biggest storyline coming out of Turin?
I am hopeful for Jacob to still be chasing that title, but also, we mentioned it a little bit earlier, but maybe we're going to get some Jade and Charlotte.
Beautiful. All right, and should WWE make Clash in Italy an annual event?
I think they should do a Clash in different cities. I think that would be a fun European tour like they're doing right now, and how they used to do Clash in Paris, Clash in Italy. Let's do another one somewhere else. So, maybe London, maybe Germany. I don't know. Ireland. Let's just get crazy. Let's do them all.
Yeah, you know what? And listen, every international crowd has brought it, so wherever they go, I think they'll bring it just as well.
It's going to be so good.
All right, and now let's roll into final thoughts and final grade. All right, Des, talk to me. After watching that fun event, what's your overall grade and what's your takeaway?
I had a good time. Even though some things didn't work in my favor, that's okay. That's just how it goes. But you know what made up for it? That crowd. They were so excited, having so much fun. And you know what? I'll give it, maybe a B plus, A minus.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I'm teetering between B plus and A minus, but because Soul won and the crowd was hot, I'm giving it an A minus. I thought it was a lot of fun. It was really cool too. I've said this before. Having these European events, the crowd just goes nuts. That actually has a lot to do with how I grade things, because it makes it so much fun. We talked about Puerto Rico in the past. We talked about Paris in the past. Obviously, they were in Berlin, but this was so much fun being in Turin. I mean, they were just rabid. They brought it. So hats off to them, and also Soul winning. So yeah, I'm gonna give it an A minus. I thought that was great.
Yeah.
All right. That actually wraps up this episode. What are your thoughts on Clash in Italy? Please shoot us a DM at the Shoots and Ladders. Like always, please like, share, and subscribe both on YouTube and Spotify. Once again, my name is Jason.
I'm Desiree Josen.
All right. Until next time, have a blessed day and a blessed week.
Have a great week. Bye, friends.
This has been Shoots and Ladders. Follow us for more content.